action. Close to the stoppage. Ben hanging on. 30 to go.
And this is what family pride is.
Here we go, my people. Round two, unfinished business. In what was possibly one of the best fights of the year, we're getting a rematch, and it's official. Literally 35 minutes ago on Instagram, Ring Magazine posts this. Breaking news that CONOR BENN will be fighting Chris EUBANK Jr. in the rematch at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, November 15th, my friends. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, the first thing that came to my head was a flashback. A flashback. When I hear about November, I think about November 18th, 1990. The first time that Chris EUBANK Sr. fought against Nigel Benn, my friends, when Chris EUBANK Sr. went in there in round 9 and TKO'd Nigel Benn. I'm telling you guys right now, are we going to be getting the same goddamn fate November 15th?
What an explosive fight of non-stop thrilling action. Close to the stoppage. Ben hanging on.
I hope we get the same goddamn fight that we got the first fight, my friends, because if we are in for a goddamn treat. Everything about the whole first fight was absolutely amazing. The press conference. You know, you had Chris EUBANK Jr. slapping CONOR BENN with a goddamn egg. You had the freaking entrances. Chris EUBANK Jr.'s entrance was probably the greatest entrance that I've ever seen in my life. You had his dad walking in with him. You know, you had both fathers being there. You know, their rivalry, which we just talked about right now, my friends. You guys, this fight is absolutely amazing. It's going to be sponsored by TURKI Sheikh, sponsored by Rahida Season, and promoted by Sela, which means both fighters are going to get paid, which means you already know TURKI Sheikh and the way he looks at the no running rule and everything that's going on. Chris EUBANK Jr. and CONOR BENN should be going to war for a second time. You know, it's not just about the bouts with them. It's not just about the money. It's about the last name and the history, my friends. And if you're a boxing fan, hit the goddamn like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're as excited as me because, man, CONOR BENN versus Chris EUBANK Jr. 2, the rematch, the significance, how it has to be in November. Sheesh.